Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Um, gonna say a few things. I was in Justin's stream, but I was also in another one. Hangout. This surprised anime. A few guys, huge fans of me. I was taken back. I really was. I want to say thank you to Lamar and Lamar and Ted. Ted is Logan Master. Thanks, for that and for me to come in and talk to those guys. That was awesome talk. Awesome talk. Uh, no, it was fantastic. Do it again sometime. Okay. History's strongest disciple, Kenichi. Wow. This chapter. Um, I want to give this a 5, but there's one scene that just the one scene that just had me saying, no, that was too much. Going to give this a 4.5. In this chapter, pretty much we find out the conclusion. Excuse me, of what happened to Shigure. They took her alive. Yeah, they basically Yomi has taken Shigure, and basically, apparently they took her for clothes. I'm like, they took her for clothes because apparently they don't want her concealing any weapons. And there's this, they're not even handcuffs around her arms, her hands. It's this resin. Yeah, like this clear, like resin they put around her hands and her feet that are around her hand. I found that very strange. But anyway, that's what they did. Because they feel that she'll probably have weapons, so they took off all clothes. Except this choker thing that she has around her neck. That comes in later to play as we go along with the chapter. So yeah, for his color page, the sale date of volume 54 is beckoning. Color pages are here to celebrate its popularity. Shigure custodied by the weapons group. And among the guy with the glasses saying, you've taken over our weapons, correct? Used any form of chains or locks? No, sir. We have to keep her secured at all times, even though when no one's here. Do not let her guard down. That woman can turn even a single shred of cloth into a weapon. So we go to the Shinbaku Alliance, and we see Kenichi and Miyu, and it's short and sweet, this part. They're talking to their group, with Siegfried, everyone else, about what's going on, and I think it's Takeda. He's saying his master, he doesn't know where he is. Freya, she's saying her master hasn't returned either, and even the old man is missing, Ayato. And pretty much we see Siegfried saying, the gears of Yomi are turning into their final stage. And even Kenichi is saying to himself, after I think a few of the members of the Shinpaku Alliance saying, this is too big for us. We're disciples and we can't do anything about it. And Kenichi's like, even so, I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to do something. I don't want to feel completely helpless. Rinka, that's who said it. Rinka. She says, the scale of the fight has gotten way too big. We can't something on this scale. But even so, as I said, I want to fight, even if it's rash and impulsive. And they also find out something interesting. Kenichi is saying he's worried about Shigure. Apparently, he looks at Miyu and he says, I noticed the mouse, Tachimaru, Shigure's mouse, they haven't seen it since they got back. And Miyu's like, ah! And she realizes the mouse left. He's on the tanker. And so Tochimaru is... Yeah. So, the mouse... Oh, God. This is why it's getting a 4.5. Listen. As much as I loved Shigure, what she did in this chapter. The mouse. The mouse. So, Tochimaru, he basically just bowls pie the security that's guarding Shigure all around. And, god damn it. All around. And we see he's looking in the window. And we see Shigure. And the entire time Shigure is saying, pervert, 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 pervert. Is this old guy. You know, she calls him a pervert like at least 10 to 20 times. Because this guy's looking at her and talking to her. And like, he is a pervert. You're talking to a naked woman? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You son of a bitch. But anyway, he's basically trying to get her to commit into forging weapons for them. And saying, with the latest cutting-edge material manufactured from the scientific community, and look what one touch from your blade did to it. He says, pervert, and the next page, he's like, pervert, 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 pervert. And saying, like, wants to know the secrets of the steel that felt dictator his entire life. We are well aware the physical pain cannot dampen your will. And he brings up Kenichi. Well, the two that were on the ship with her. And maybe and he's like saying, maybe if we bring them in, you will change your tune. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. Be able to comply. And he's looking at her and he says, oh, yeah, I thought it told you to remove all our weapons. What are these clothing doing here? And then, boom, come these 4 needles after he rips the choker off. And she grabs them with her mouth and begins to use them as a weapon. And she attacks the man with, I think, like 1 or 2 of them. A doctor. And then she uses another one to hit it through the resin. And it's enough to crack it. And they say, you got weapons, it's a paralysis drug. She breaks 2 using 2 needles to break the resin. And they called it a fortified resin. And she gets out of their strengths. These bozos. Yeah, bozos. I'm calling it bozos. These fucking idiots with guns. I'm like, who? Listen, man. You are fodder. These guys showing up with guns. I'm like, they're fodder. It's like... So, she pretty much gets out of the situation. And one guy saying, stop, don't kill her, and stuff. And the guns pretty much break the bar that was containing her. And one guy saying that if she tried to escape, the weapons, she told him to kill him. And then here comes Tochimaru. I'm like, and Tochimaru grabs a gun, and they're like, idiot, relax, a mouse can't fire a gun. And the fucking Tochimaru is firing a machine gun at them. I was like, that had me dying. I'm sorry, but that just was too ridiculous. But hey, it's manga, so it's manga. That's how I look at it. So he shoots the guys, and they're like saying in the background, "Oh, friendly fire," unless unloading friendly fire, and this entire chapter is ridiculous because the entire time, freaking Shigure is naked. I mean, it's just damn it. Excuse me. And she pretty much take care of everybody. And one guy is informed that she's on the loose, and they're saying she is like a witch. And that was the name of this chapter, Witch. And she's saying, he's the guy saying there, and she's shooting her, and she's able to break out and punch the guy in the face. And I think I forgot to mention this was chapter 544. and pushes the guy in the face, pretty much taking care of all the guards. Next page, pretty much, Tachimaru's there, and saying that you was good that he found the place and you came with a boat. Come with a boat. You're a reckless one. Gives her a ribbon. And some guy says, "Is that Tochumaru?" Next page, it's the knight. And the knight knows the identity of the mouse, Tochumaru. So he shows up behind her, and she's like asking, "How do you know that name?" Knight that knows Tochumaru, what is his true identity, and that's the end of the chapter. So the knight knows Shigure's mouse's name. I remember this is the same guy who says, "Don't kill her. Her father is the blacksmith of Yomi." So he knows a lot, this guy. So overall, good chapter. We saw her doing some crazy shit moves, Shigure. And we also saw things going to an interesting turn. Now, I personally can say the knight could be several things. I don't think he's a family member or relative of Shigure. I think he just knows, excuse me, Shigure's father. And that could be true too. Because if he knows the mouse's name, then maybe, he must be really close to Shigure's father. So, now the only thing I'm trying to figure out, people, is if this guy is going to go. Now, if he'll, what is he going to do? Is he going to take her in again? Or is he going to attempt to turn coat? Meaning just not be with Yomi anymore, and he's going to help her find, that's pretty crazy. But I don't know. It's a really hard thing to call here. But good chapter, 4.5 out of 5 for this one. It was very, except the fucking mouse shooting a machine gun. I don't know what to call this chapter. Maybe I'll call it The Witch and Her Little Friend. Say hello to my little friend. It's called A Mouse. I think I want to call it this chapter. Say hello to my little friend. I'm going to do it. I don't care. That's what this review is going to be called. But yeah, that's the story, people. Pretty good chapter. We'll see what happens next week, though. I'm wondering. Like, for reals. Like, what's going to happen? I want to say that this guy is probably going to help her get out of there this night. Because he seems to be very, not like, I want to say dependent or very loyal. Yeah, loyal to Shigure's father. I think so. And I think he has a different view on it. And who knows, maybe he just wants to help her. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see next week. This should be interesting with this night guy. He's someone to look out for. Yeah, big time. But we'll see. Everybody, that's all I got for you guys. Bonkai 922. See you guys later. Gonna do after this 7 Deadly Sins, and I'm trying to get those episodes out of the way. Probably only one will be done. Yeah. And then later today, it'll probably just be One Piece and the one I don't do. So yeah, I'm Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. Say hello to my little friend. It's Mr. Mouse. Say hello to my little friend. That's the shit. I'll see you guys later. Peace.